What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Craig. Sorry about the late video today. I had some stuff to take care of this morning for a friend, but I'm here now. We're going to go over the charts real quick. We're going to take a look at gold. We're going to take a look at Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ, then of course Bitcoin, macro and micro. And then I want to hear your guys' thoughts on what should be coming next. If markets are telling us anything, will we see a big crash? I know I've talked about it for a long time, but nevertheless, I think it's coming. You let me know what you think once we look at these charts. I know inflation's huge, and that's a lot of the reason why the charts are going up, but still, anyways, we're going to take a look at that stuff. Also, we're going to pick our winner of our $200 Prime XBT promo code account. You can also sign up to Prime XBT down below. Get 30% on top of whatever you deposit, up to $7,000 for a bonus. Anyways, let's get into it, guys, and see what's going on. All right, guys, and here we are on CNBC. But before we begin, you guys have been doing an awesome job of hitting that like button, leaving your comments, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. You also have to be subscribed to win the $200 free Prime XBT promo code, which I'll be giving away later in the video. So let's get into it, guys. Let's see what's going on. So as I was talking about, I do believe we could be seeing a huge market crash like never before. On the other hand, if the market keeps pumping up, I think that's just going to mean hyperinflation. I've talked about that. That's really the only reason prices are going up on the markets, because prices are going up on every single thing you do and buy, right? Just let's look at the Dow Jones is up way tremendously up. We're up over 46,000 points, but we're down 243 points today, which is like less than 0.5%. S&P is down about 0.25% at 18 points. NASDAQ's down like almost nothing, less than 1/10, right? So anyways, like right here, Levi Strauss raises prices, helping to boost profit and outlook. To boost profit and outlook, they might boost numbers higher, but it's not going to be profit. For one thing, people aren't buying stuff, especially if you raise the prices. Stocks close lower, blah, blah, blah. Rare earth stocks surge after China tightens grip on global supplies. This stuff it's just so, lack of better words, stupid, right? U.S. buys Argentine pesos, agrees to $20 billion swap line. Blah, blah, blah. IRS unveils higher capital gains tax bracket for 2026. Great. I thought none of that was going to happen. Anyways, let's take a look at gold, guys. Look at this. Gold is just crazy. It's just below 4,000. We did break 4,000 yesterday. Crazy times, guys. This is showing major overbought here, but some areas I want to talk about in this real quick, right? So let's take a look at gold in the financial crisis, which was right here, right? Then over here, you had the 70s, right, where they had all the inflation and stuff back here. And then you had your 80s where everything got big time inflated. There was a huge drawdown here. Where I think we are here, guys, right? I think this was kind of like our COVID spot, right here, which was aligned with this high, right over here, which was aligned with this high here. And this is that blow off top. And yes, they make everybody thinks that everybody's buying gold now because they're scared that the dollar is dying. But same type stuff happened back here, guys. And let's take a look at these. Let's get rid of these. Let's get them out of our way. Whoops. Right? What the heck is that? I don't want that. Dang it. You want to exit? Yes, I want to exit that. Okay, get back over here. So let's take a look at how far these drops were, and we'll take a medium of them to see if it happens like that, what it would be this time, right? So let's go from here to here, from top to bottom. That was 70%. Yes, gold dropped 70%. Let's see what it was here. I think it was like 30 something here. Oh no, 40. almost 50%. So let's say it drops 60 just in the medium from where it's at now. Where would that take it? That would bring it down to, and I'm not saying it's happening right now, guys. We could obviously go higher. Inflation can still crank higher. But let's get to 60. Where would that put us? That would put us back down to about 1,500, which would line up right around the top, the old top, a little bit lower. But that's what I'm looking at. Again, this could go higher, right? And if we keep it at 60%, let's say it got up to 4,600, right? And we get down to 60%, that'd be 1,800, which would still line up with that top. So that's what I'm talking about. I think it's getting very close. I can't tell you the exact day. I can't tell you all that, but I can tell you, you can short these markets. You can do it on on traditional exchanges, you know, but using calls or puts on traditional exchanges. That can be very expensive for anybody that knows anything about that. But you can use a lot higher leverage using, wow, my words are all messed up. Using a platform like Prime XBT. Down below, use my link. Like I said, you get a huge bonus. You can trade traditional markets, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything, all from one exchange. And you can use your crypto to trade against it with it. However you want to do it. Just an awesome exchange, guys. I can't believe more people aren't using it, to be honest with you. Anyways. That's what I'm looking at in gold. Dow Jones, look at this. This is the 2000 bubble right here. We talked about this maybe on yesterday's video. I don't remember. This is 2008 bubble. Look at this and look at what this market is doing, guys. Is this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending fifth wave diagonal? If so, we could still get up to like that 48, 49 level before it really comes down. But again, guys, who knows what's going to happen? But can you imagine if this all falls down and you can short all of this stuff? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So here we are again. Here's the 2000 bubble. Here's the housing 2008 financial crisis. Look at where we're at, guys. Look at this. Look, would you look at that? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about that? What do you think about these charts? I understand inflation, guys. But like I said, if this doesn't crash, if it crashes, it's going to seem really bad, but it's what it needs, right? It needs to be corrected. It needs to get back to where it is. If it doesn't, let's say everything continues going higher. Inflation is going to be so out of control. We here in America are going to be like a third world country where people carry a wheelbarrow of money around that to buy a loaf of bread. Do you remember hearing stuff like that back in the Great Depression type things? Just I mean, we could be like a third world country where you look at like the money it costs. Look at in China, for instance, when they buy stuff, right? That's like, I don't even know honestly the exact numbers, but like 50,000 yen to buy, you know, a candy bar, things like that. Just, and again, them are just crazy numbers. I'm not even sure what it is, but it's bad. And it could, US dollars could do that. And if it does, these stock markets will crank up, but that doesn't mean the value of the stuff is going up. That means it takes more dollar bills to buy it because these are all priced in dollars. So remember that. Same thing, guys. The weekly is looking like it's rolling over before the cross, but remember on the weekly here, the weekly close, if it gives a green dot, we could be going for one more push up. And as you guys know, this is the main trend line, guys. If this breaks and holds as support, we could see some huge highs. I mean, huge. Not saying it's going to happen unless we get above this trend line and hold. I'm not saying this, but if we do start doing that, I would put a massive, huge long in and keep my stops below that trend line. Quite to the contrary, keeping shorts now with your stops above the trend line. It's up to you. I'm not telling anybody what to do. None of this is financial advice, but we could see some very low numbers for Bitcoin. Here is the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, let's see what happens here. We may get an EMA cross. Not too certain about that right now, but we are, keep an eye on this, right? So if we get down to, this is a possible place to put in a long, and I don't mean a long till craziness. Remember, there's still possibility of getting up to that 130, right? If we look at this as a channel break, right? Oh my gosh, what is going on? All right, this channel break, the measured move is 130. Not saying we have to get there, but we could come back down and retest this top of this channel before continuing up. And I'm going to give you an idea of where that could be, right? And then we're going to take our Fibonacci retracement, right? Prices go up and down, guys. They don't just go one way, right? That would be close to the 786. So in between 114 and 112.5. If it does get down there and gets a nice bounce, it could be a good place to long. Not saying long it to new all-time highs, but I'm saying it could be a good place to long. But as of right now, if you watched yesterday's video, everything's still pretty much the same. If this is a 5-wave structure, right, it cannot break down past this 118. If it breaks that, this Elliott wave count is invalid, right? We had it up here, we broke this trend line, but this wave 4 cannot go down lower than wave 1. That's what we're looking at here. So if we are continuing up for wave 5 soon, we could be looking for that 130. But if we go back to that trend line, there's room, right? And when does the 4-year cycle usually end? Well, let's take a look at it. So it usually ends about, that could go as long as the end of December, right? And that would get us to approximately 130,000, the top of the trend line way then. So we could bounce around in here till then. But nevertheless, that's what I'm looking for the top, guys. But again, it could blow above it. Be careful. It could just do a huge, crazy rally, a FOMO rally, get a wick and come back down. You never know. But I'm giving you points of interest to look at. Now, for the winner, before we go, make sure you guys have smashed a like. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Make sure you've ticked that notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. And let's see who won. Do I have it in here? I do. Yesterday's video. And we're going to pick a random YouTube comment. This is for a promo code for a free $200 into your Prime XBT account. You don't even need to have any money in it to use these promos, right? So make sure you sign up, use my link or it won't work. You got to use my link below. And like I said, if you are going to use that to trade, make sure you understand that if you put in 10,000, you can get 30%. So for 10,000, you can get $3,000 bonus. For 20,000, you can get a $6,000 bonus, right? Up to a $7,000 bonus, 30%. Anyways, Vivek vlog, bro, I'm up this at Grok. Remember, guys, if you see these Grok ones, I wish I knew how to get rid of these spammers, but they just keep changing the number around that Grok crap. Man, I wish I could just get rid of them, but I go through, I can delete them all day and they just keep coming. I honestly think that might be a spam bot, like a blowout from somebody paid these people to do this to certain people. I don't know. You let me know what you think. But anyways, we are going to pick a different comment. And here we go. Joshua 1398, you won the $200 promo code. Get a hold of me either on this chat or email me and we'll go through some stuff, verify it's you, and I'll send you the promo code. But Joshua 1398, you won. And make sure you guys have left a comment, because in Tuesday or Wednesdays, whichever day I make the video, I'm going to pick a winner of another $200 Prime XBT promo code. Thanks, guys. Have an awesome weekend. I know I will, and I hope you do too.